goddamn nerve! Move out! Get your ass out of my chair! This ain't no beauty parlor!
Next floor! Asses in the chair, now!
Exit out of your chair!
Welcome to the Pride Channel, your home for queer news, LGBTQ plus history, pop culture, entertainment, and iconic conversations. One of the biggest television disappointments in recent years was Netflix's decision to cancel Boots after just one season. At first glance, it might have looked like just another streaming casualty, but for many viewers, it felt like the loss of something genuinely special. Boots wasn't simply another coming-of-age drama. It was a heartfelt, funny, and deeply emotional story about friendship, identity, courage, and survival during one of the most difficult periods for LGBTQ plus people serving in the U.S. military. Based on Greg Cope White's memoir The Pink Marine, the series followed Cameron Cope, a closeted teenager who joins the Marines in 1990, years before Don't Ask, Don't Tell, when simply being gay could end a military career. It managed to balance humor, romance, intense military training, and genuine emotional vulnerability in a way that felt refreshingly authentic.
What the f*** are you doing? Think you want to get nasty with each other? You can scrub my shake.
Part of what made the cancellation so frustrating was that the show appeared to be building real momentum. It earned strong reviews from critics and audiences alike, spent several weeks in Netflix's global top 10, and developed an enthusiastic fan base that was eager to see where the story would go next. Reports suggested that the decision to cancel wasn't straightforward either. Netflix and Sony Pictures Television reportedly discussed the possibility of continuing the series, and cast options were even extended while renewal conversations took place. Ultimately, though, Netflix decided not to move forward despite the show's positive reception.
Quit f***ing around, Cope. You're done wasting our time. Drop in the water.
Sir!
The finale left viewers with several major cliffhangers. Cameron had finally earned his place in the Marines, only to discover that because he was still just 17 years old, he needed his mother's approval to continue serving. Sergeant Sullivan's fate was left completely unresolved after he disappeared into the woods while facing an investigation, leaving one of the show's most compelling characters hanging in limbo. Then came the final gut punch. News breaks that the Gulf War has begun, fundamentally changing the future for every recruit audiences had grown to care about. Instead of feeling like an ending, it felt like the opening chapter of an even bigger story.
Hey, take the one across from me. I can keep an eye on you.
While the first season focused on surviving boot camp, the next chapter would have followed these young Marines into active service, examining how war, military life, and the constant fear of being exposed would shape them. Producers later revealed that they had always intended for a second season and had already mapped out where the story would go, making the cancellation feel even more like a missed opportunity.
Only those who pass my test will remain in my platoon. Fall out!
Rather than presenting LGBTQ plus people solely through trauma, the series celebrated friendship, resilience, found family, and moments of joy, even within an institution that openly rejected them. It reminded audiences that queer people have always existed in every part of society, including the military, even when history often tried to erase their contributions. That historical perspective made the series feel important as well as entertaining. The cast also deserved far more time together. The chemistry between the ensemble was one of the show's greatest strengths, making the recruits feel like real people instead of television archetypes. As viewers became invested in their friendships, romances, and personal struggles, the prospect of seeing them face the realities of war became even more compelling.
What do we have here? Get your ass online! Why do you have 3 pairs of boots, recruit? Sir, I found an extra pair of boots, sir!
The cancellation became even more controversial because it happened shortly after the series attracted political criticism from figures within the US government, who labeled it woke. While there's no evidence that political backlash directly caused Netflix's decision, the timing inevitably fueled speculation among fans, particularly given the show's positive reviews and respectable viewership.
I asked them after. Wasn't that cheating? Didn't Marines look down on that sort of thing? He said it wasn't wrong, as long as you made it right in the end.
Ultimately, what makes the cancellation of Boots so disappointing isn't simply that another good show ended too soon. It was a series that successfully blended heartfelt storytelling, memorable characters, authentic LGBTQ+ representation, and an often overlooked chapter of history into something that felt both entertaining and meaningful. Season 1 laid the foundation for a much bigger journey, leaving audiences emotionally invested in its characters and eager to see where their stories would lead next. Instead, that journey was cut short before it had the chance to fully unfold. While many shows come and go, Boots felt like it had the potential to become something truly lasting, a series that could have educated, inspired, and entertained over multiple seasons. That's why its cancellation still stings for so many viewers. It wasn't just the end of a promising show, it was the loss of a story that had so much more left to say.
You don't think you deserve to be here?
The drill instructor told this recruit he didn't belong here.
Thanks for watching the Pride Channel. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and join the conversation in the comments. Until next time, stay proud.